All right, today is September 1st, and we are solving multi-step equations, complete slides 22, 23, and then there's a worksheet. What do you get when you cross a fish with an elephant? So let's look at our 22, 23. So I'm going to make this full screen. Okay, our goal, the assignment is drag and drop to complete the notes. Our goal is to isolate the blank on one side of the blank. What are we doing? Variable. Yeah. Isolate the variable on one side of the equal sign. Shh, quiet down. Our steps. Let's look at the different steps. It's these three. So check your answer by substituting. Where would that go? Last. Okay. The next one, do inverse operations to get all variables on one side, constants on the other. Maybe first, maybe second. And then our last one, simplify both sides of the equal sign by combining like terms and using the distributive property. Yeah, that'd be your first one. Okay. And so then our second is do inverse operations. So what are inverse operations? What is the inverse operation to add? Good. And then multiply, divide. Okay, so those are the steps. So we're doing multi-step equations, which means we're going to do a lot of simplifying on both sides of the equal sign. And then we will start moving variables around. All right, so let's go to 23. We have, let me zoom in. I'm going to make this 100%. So we are solving each one of these. So we are doing this in our journal. Whatever page you have next, I'm not going to be like, you must be on page 8, you must be on page 9. Because we're not actually putting any foldables in, we are just writing things down in our journal.
Aren't you use that?
Yeah, you can use that page. Whatever page that you have available. So we're going to write on here. The title would be Solve the Multi-Step Equations. I'm going to write the first one down, and then I'll switch over to my document camera so y'all can see what I'm writing.
It feels weird writing though.
Feels weird writing because we've been doing everything on the computer. Yes. Okay, so our steps were that we are supposed to simplify both sides of the equal sign by distributing and combining like terms, and then we can start moving things around. Y'all know how I always do. Draw a line down your equal sign so we can separate them. So we simplify them separately. All right, so the left-hand side, it's already simplified, so we'll just bring it down. The right side, we are going to distribute the 2. So 2 times 4 is 8x. 2 times 20 is 40.
So you don't start off by combining the x's?
No, you do not start off by combining the x's because you've got to simplify first. So put over here, simplify each side separately. And now we are going to start moving. So 2 would be to do inverse operations. To get variable on one side and constant on the other. Okay, so whenever we move things around, doesn't matter which X you move, but I suggest move the smaller one to the other side. That's just what I normally do because I want my X to be positive. So I would subtract 8X from both sides. And so we have 15 minus 8, 7X minus 23 equals 8 minus 8, 0. So then we just have carry down the 40. Okay, we still need to get the constant on the other. So that means we need to move this minus 23. So we would do the inverse, which would be plus 23. So that makes 0. So we have 7X equals 63. And then we divide, because this is multiply. Inverse of multiply would be divide. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. X equals 9. Okay, have y'all gotten y'all's calculators yet?
No.
Yes, some of you have. If you haven't, then you can just use the calculator that is on the computer. But we are going to check our answer by plugging it in. So I need to write step 3, check, answer. Using substitution. So the way we would do that is every time you see an X, you would plug in 9. So we are going to do 15 times 9 and put it in parentheses, minus 23 equals, we're not sure if it equals, so I'm going to put a little question mark on top. And then 2 parentheses 4 times 9 plus 20. And I believe we can put that whole thing in there and it'll tell us if it's true or false. But I don't remember. I'm going to check. Can you?
Yeah.
So we can do 15 parentheses 9 minus 23.
Second math.
Second math for equal. 2 parentheses 4 parentheses 9 plus 20 close parentheses.
I think it was 1. It's correct.
Yeah,
0.
Okay, so 1 means true. 0 means false.
Yes.
Okay. We could have also just done it like this. Do each side separately. And then if they equal the same amount, then that is true.
Wait, why does it give 1?
Because this is 112, this is 112.
That equals 1.
That's true all the time. If I divide by 112 on both sides, I get 1 equals 1. So I'm just going to put a little check mark. We checked it in the calculator. Just show that you've checked it, and you're good to go. Okay, you're going to insert this into your Google Slides. Instead of typing there, hold on. There we go. We are going to put it in here. So go insert, image, camera. Take a picture of it and click insert.
Google found me out and it's saying my password is incorrect. You know what?
Click forgot password, and then you can click. Okay, so the left side is just 32 equals. The right side is 6x. What about this minus that 2x plus 8?
You have to distribute that.
You have to distribute that negative because what's really there? Yeah, -1 to everything. So that would be -2x minus 8. It changes the sign of everything inside that parentheses. Yeah, now you have to combine like terms here. 6x minus 2x. 4x minus 8. And now it's easy, right? So what do we do? Add 8, add 8. Yep. Divide by 4. So 10 equals x, but we can write it as x equals 10. Oh, I forgot to box my answer up here. Try to box your answers so they're easy for me to find them. But we still have to check our work. So we say 32 equals, with a question mark on top, 6 times 10 minus, parentheses, 2 times 10 plus 8. Every time there's an x, I'm plugging in a 10. How to what?
On our homework, she gave us, we had to fold the page, and
That's
it's just now I have it drilled in not to go
Oh.
past the middle of the page.
Yeah.
No, you can take up the whole page. So 32. Well, I'm just going to put in the right side. 6 times 10 minus, parentheses, 2 times 10 plus 8. And 32 equals 32. So that means it is true. So x equals 10 is our answer.
So do you have parentheses inside of parentheses? Are you not supposed to do a bracket?
Okay, so I want you to keep on working through these problems, and then we will go over the answers here in a little bit. Okay, I hear lots of discussion about that number 3. So I'm going to show you mine. Oh, will somebody erase it? Hey, Katie, will you erase that for me? Or thank you.
No, Shannon, that's what I got. That's what I got.
X equals -7?
Yeah.
Okay, did y'all check it too?
It says it's right for us. It is on the wrong list.
Well, it's a -7 plus 12 plus 3 times -7. Did you do that whenever you put it in? I'm going to do one side. So that'd be -18 equals 9 parentheses minus parentheses -7 plus 12 plus 3 times -7. Oh, I messed up somewhere. Oh, that would be a negative. There we go. -18. So whenever you plug this in, see how there's a minus already there because it says minus x or -x already? So you have to put the negative there, and then your x is -7. So it's negative, parentheses, -7, because that's your x, plus 12 plus 3 times negative 7. So that's a little tricky. Okay, go on to number 4. Okay, y'all want to look at number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the first thing would be do anything inside the parentheses. There's nothing to do. So there is this negative out here, so that means it's a -1 that we need to distribute. So it's negative x. Negative times a negative makes it a positive 12x, and then minus 5. Is that where you messed up?
I have that one.
Okay, well, good.
I don't know.
Okay, then we need to move this 12x to the other side, or we can simplify within, well, I actually need to do -9 and -5, because I still need to simplify on both sides. So that'd be 12x. -9 plus a -5, be -14. And then I need to move the 12x to the other side, so minus 12x. $12x minus 12x is 0. 13x minus 12x is 1x equals -14. Or just x equals -14. But we still need to check it. So every time you see an x, so this would be 13 times a -14 equals, with a question mark on top, negative parentheses 9 minus 12 times a -14, close parentheses minus 5. So there's actually 2 parentheses right there. You could do a bracket, but you don't have to. Yeah. So the left side is -182. And then we have negative parentheses 9 minus 12, parentheses -4. Close parentheses twice.
I think it's -14.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, almost got it wrong.
Almost. Yeah, y'all gotta watch me. I make mistakes all the time. -182. All right, so we got it right. So x is -14. Insert that picture in. So the next problem kind of takes us back to 7th grade with keep, change, change. So it should be 2x plus 18. Okay, and then you're going to start moving things around. I'm going to pause it and let y'all work on that. All right, so number 5. I'm going to show you my number 5. Check it with yours.
I haven't even done number 5 yet. I'm sitting here trying to take pictures.
I'm going to pause it and do number 6. I want you to do the same. Okay, we just have a little bit of time left. Let me go over the last example with you. And listen up. If you are struggling with this, if we went too fast, remember I'm posting this lesson on Google Classroom, so you can always go back and rewatch it and redo those problems, especially if you're really struggling. Okay, so we have 8x plus the 7x. Should be 15x. Oh, and then minus 4x. It's okay. And then 8 minus the 21. Would that be -13? Okay, and then I still have to simplify these because I didn't do it all in one step because I didn't see it. So 15 minus 4 is 11x minus the 13 plus 13 to both sides. Y'all watch me. Make sure I'm not making any mistakes because I'm going through fast. Is that okay? Did I do anything wrong yet? Okay. What's so it's 55 equals 11x. Divide by 11. 5 equals x, or just x equals 5. And then show you're checking the work. 42 equals 8 times 5 minus 4 times 5 minus 8 plus 7, 5 minus 3. Oh, that's a lot. So make sure to check that. So your assignment is on Google Classroom. Make sure you show all your work, and it is due tomorrow. If y'all have any questions, make sure to email me. See you later.